What's up, champions? Welcome back to Jet Surfing Nation. Today we have a new season started and another exciting video for you. As you know, Fliteboard has been dominating the market of efoils during the last few years, and last season they introduced Series 2 board, which is almost perfect. It's hard to ask anything better, but this season they're launching the new improved 2.2 version, which we are going to cover in this video. Joining me today, as always, Pedro. Welcome, Pedro. He's a pro rider and a boss of Cascais.
Hi Mike, thank you again for showing up here in the beautiful beach of Cascais. We are here at the Sup com Alma in Praia da Conceição in Cascais, that we have a flight school, we have tours and rentals, so you're welcome to show up here and test all the models for Fliteboard. We have from the Air until the Ultra, and you're welcome to show up and try all these beautiful toys.
Perfect. And as always, joining me today, Julian from Fliteboard. Every year we have been doing his traditional annual Julian tips and tricks videos, but this time is something different. He's going to explain all the new features of this amazing new board. Welcome, Julian.
Thanks, Mike. Nice to be here again, and yeah, excited to show you guys what's new in 2.2.
All right, let's get started.
Yeah.
Woo! So among all the improvements, the first one is the new Flitecell Titanium. What was changed, Pedro?
Yes, as you can see from the outside, we have a new titanium plate that is more strong through the corrosion, and inside we have new cells.
So with the Flitecell Titanium, we've added premium quality 21700 cells, as used in high power applications such as hypercars, providing incredible performance and cooler cells. We've also added phase changing material, which is introduced into the battery to provide enhanced thermal management.
Sounds great,
Yeah.
but Pedro, do we still have like a sports battery and Explorer battery? What's the difference?
Yes, we still have the two batteries. The Explorer and the Sports battery has the titanium plate, but inside the cells are different, right?
Yeah.
This technology, it's only applied on the Explorer flight cell.
Exactly. So these cells are slightly larger. So instead of the original 192 cells we had in the Series 1 and 2, we now have 140 cells in the Explorer, which is slightly larger and made for as much power as you can give the board.
Sounds good. What the riding time have you been getting with the new board?
The riding time, it's about the same, but the weight is a little bit less because of the titanium plates. So I'm riding about 2 hours on the Explorer cell and about 1.5 on the Sport cell.
Wow. And as I remember when we were checking the weight on the scales, it's about 29 kilograms for Ultra, right?
Yeah, the complete set.
Complete setup with the mast, with the battery, which makes it one of the lightest efoils in the market.
Yeah, and for sure now with this battery, it's even a little bit lighter.
Yeah. And another great feature, in case you missed, starting from Series 2, there are only 2 cables. There is no data cable.
That's right. So Fliteboard tried to reduce as much hassle as possible and only has 2 connections to the battery, the plus and the minus power cable. The rest of the control of the motor is done through a very strong Bluetooth link between the battery, the controller, and the ESC on the flight box.
And another great improvement is the reduced noise. The last Fliteboard was quite noiseless, but it still had a little bit of high pitch bzzz kind of noise. What about the new one, Pedro?
Yes, I was riding yesterday, and you can feel that it's quite a little bit less noisy.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
Another improvement of the new board is the improved remote control. What was changed, Pedro?
Yes, basically it was the trigger that was changed, because for us that rides almost the most of the time on the waves, we wanted to have a trigger a little less sensible. And what Flite made, it was a trigger with 1/3 more range. So as you can see here, the trigger, the new one is from the bottom, okay, and it goes until the hands, and it has 1/3 more the range, okay? So it makes less sensible, so you can control more for wave riding. It helps a lot.
With the Flite Series 2 controller, what we've done is change the architecture on the controller to have a longer throw trigger for actually double the range while you're riding, for more precise control, riding waves or you're riding hard. If you're in a high gear, you have a lot more control of your slightest speed changes. while you're riding. It changes the whole experience, and it's a really great upgrade to your...
Alright, I cannot wait to try it in the waves with the new True Glide prop. Pedro, you've been riding here with the waves already.
Yeah,
How was it?
I'm really addicted to it. As you can see on this Pro model, we have the Pro Tail Cone with a True Glide prop and with the flowing, and it's perfect for wave riding. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm just waiting to the new app will be released, because the new app from Flite, it's a new thing from this year too. You can measure the waves, so it gives the number of waves that you've made with power off, the longest wave, and the speed on the wave. So I'm really looking for have the new app.
So with the new Fliteboard app that's in development and coming out soon, will be available on iPhone and Android products. With the new app, we're going to have the great feature, like Pedro just mentioned, is detection of when you're letting off the throttle. And so as soon as you let off the throttle, it's going to detect that the GPS is still moving, and it's going to record your ride on the wave and give you that exact distance of how it was.
And you also can connect to other riders, yeah?
Yeah, in the new app, we're going to be able to connect to other riders and share our experiences and grow the community, which is really important for us.
I'm very excited to see the efoil community growing all over these years. 5 years ago, when we started our little channel, there were no efoils, and now everyone is riding efoils. How fast this actually progressing, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Community is growing really fast, and we're seeing new riders on the water every day, and that with our extended range of products, we're really having the lowest barrier to entry, along with flight schools like Pedro here in Cascais, having to train people. You know, you can learn how to flightboard in 15 or 30 minutes, and then go from learning to stepping up to the standard board, then learning on the Pro, getting your ride tier all the way up to the Fliteboard Ultra, which is just an amazing experience on the water.
Alright, and speaking of the growing market, I see now more and more companies are trying to release a new jet type of propeller. What do you think of this idea?
I think it's pretty interesting that the markets and a couple of competitors are going in that direction. They're obviously having to look at other ways to create an efoil without infringing on Fliteboard patents and trying to stand out. What we see with the Fliteboard, the propeller has been a very ultimate tool to get us up to speeds of 57 kilometers an hour riding up in Nazare. We have a True Glide prop. System we have now with the Fliteboard unibody fuselage is the most efficient efoil system out there. Keeping that in mind, the research and development team is always looking at ways the sport is going to grow and how to adapt to the global market. So we'll see what happens in the future, but it's a very interesting industry experiment, let's say.
I think it's great, because the more companies trying to introduce more ideas, the better for the whole industry, instead of everyone just trying to copy Fliteboard.
Exactly. We want to see more products out there that are complementing the whole industry and growing experiences. And Fliteboard's trying to pave the way to show the most premium quality it can when it comes to the sport.
So, I don't want to keep you longer on this beautiful day. And Pedro, like you always say,
so let's go to the water.
Let's do it. Look how noiseless they are, completely silent. Love it! There you have it, guys. I had this amazing opportunity to try the new Fliteboard 2.2, and I must say that the difference in the noise level really blew my mind. The new one is completely noiseless, which is a big win for me. The all other improvements is another great addition to this amazing product. The new Flitecell Titanium, the new board back, the new trigger sensitivity in the remote control, and of course the new Flite app with all the new features. Here you go, guys. This is basically as good as it gets, and if you're looking for a premium quality foil, you cannot go wrong with new Fliteboard. Thank you for watching, and as always, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next one. Cheers!